Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's edition of the Black Belt Newscast. We are live. I am Cindy. I'm publisher, and I'm in Marengo County.
I'm Todd. I'm reporter, and I am in Dallas County.
Yep. So we are spreading the love in the Black Belt today.
Yeah.
I've got a little cold, so if I sneeze, just bear with me. It's not the flu like Todd had.
Yeah. Thank Lord.
Yeah, I'm up and moving. So anyway,
Yeah.
we gotta love this cold weather.
No, we don't.
We don't have-
Bring me summer.
I'm ready for the warmth. Ready.
Yeah, amen.
I always like to remind everybody that our stories that we talk about today comes from blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. So if you have more questions, you want to see a little more about what's going on in the stories that we talk about, you can read the full story at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. Although we have a few today that are so fresh, they're not there yet.
Not yet, but they're going to be there soon.
Hot off of our interviews.
Yeah,
not really.
literally.
Yeah, and so they will be at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com eventually, which is where you can get it. You also can get our daily newsletter. That's the one I want to tell you about. At 3:00 every day, we send out a free newsletter. All of our content is free. There's no paywall. We want everyone to have access to the news in the Black Belt. And it is a public service for us. We are a part nonprofit. So I'll mention about donations in a second. But sign up for our daily newsletter. Comes in at 3:00 every day. Has all the headlines. You just click on the headlines, and that gets you informed for the day. And has from everything we've done really for the last 24 hours. So sign up for the daily newsletter. It costs nothing, and it keeps you informed. We also, I remind everybody, we have a really robust calendar.
Yeah.
I add to it as well for a lot of really important information. Within the calendar includes service events. So if you guys need food or health and wellness, there are some events, free events that are being held in the Black Belt that I've added to this calendar so that you can get what you need to improve our quality of life here in the Black Belt. So check out the calendar. Posting items to the calendar does not cost anything. You are welcome to pay a little to promote it more, but putting something on the calendar costs nothing. So fill out the form and add your event to the calendar.
Yeah.
And donate. So we are a nonprofit. This is how we are going to be making Black Belt News Network work, is by taking donations and grants.
Mm-hmm.
So go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. There is a red donate now button, and you can donate anything. $10 a month would be amazing. Just join us in the effort that we're making to keep the Black Belt informed. We know that it is tough here in the Black Belt to get really good news, and a lot of the legacy newspapers have been closing, including Demopolis in June. We know that it's hard to keep those print papers going. We decided not to print ours anymore starting in August, that we could do this where we know we're reaching. We reached 78,000 people last month in January.
That's really good.
Number. We get about 1 million page views a year. So you guys, I know that you're reading us, that you need us, and support us as we do this effort.
And this is free. It's free.
It is.
It's not like a newspaper. It's free.
Yes, but we do it together as a team.
So happy together.
All right. Let's start with, we have a lot going on.
Oh, my Lord, yes.
We're going to be all over the Black Belt today. So let's go to Demopolis first. So last week we talked about the annexation of 300 acres at the intersection of 69 and 80. It's part of the West Alabama Highway or corridor expansion. And Todd went out there and got this for us. It looks like right now, because this was this week.
Yeah.
What it looks like. And the discussion of the 300 acres is for, it is in Hale County technically. And at the Demopolis City Council had approved annexing this from Hale County with plans of having a gas station there. or a truck stop. Some people call it a truck stop. Well, this week they decided to put that on hold because there are two landowners that have not gotten on board as quickly. We're from the mayor, what he calls it, told us they were surprised by the speed of the transaction. I think
Yeah.
now there was a lot of talk online. It was going to be a Buc-ee's.
Everybody said that, but
75 acres, so I get it. I get why everybody wants it. But either way, it's on hold. So it was going to go to the legislature this session, which is in session right now. That means that it will not go to the legislature till next year's session, January 2027 at the earliest, unless there's a special session somewhere. But it's pretty unlikely because it's an election year. You're not going to really see that. So it'll probably be next year. So we can wait on our Buc-ee's speculation.
right.
We need the legislature to approve it because it is between two counties and a municipality. So it's kind of a little confusing. But this is in the Galleon area. And I can put that up. See, this is also what we have. So if you see here, this is the highways. And this, you can see this at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com if you want to see it a little more close up. These are aerial shots from the folks that are doing this corridor. So yeah, if you want to know more, go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. You can read a little more about what's going on with this annexation. It is waiting another year. So no Buc-ee's for a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, that spot though is going to become a major intersection because you've got Highway 80 that goes all the way from Texas to the Carolinas, and then you've got the new 4-lane corridor coming through. That's going to be a shipping company, the gas station. There's a lot of different industries that could really benefit from that area. So it's probably a smart thing that they're going to kind of back off a little bit and make sure all the T's are dotted and I's are crossed.
I know you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because you're so silly like that. All right. Yes, it is good for them to get that figured out. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
All right, Dallas County. So every year I invite the mayor and the Dallas County Commission to Rotary of Selma because we like to get a state of the city or county address. So this year's state of the county address, Jimmy Nunn spoke to us on Monday. And one of the things that he had mentioned was that the insurance company is very slow to bring in the funds for Dallas jail, which is still 3 years after the tornado did this major damage, not up and running and working and ready to take in inmates again. This is the sheriff, Mike Grantham, showing us the property and the damage and what needs to be done. Jimmy Nunn had told us that the insurance is very slow to pay because they still have I think it's $17 million in insurance funds that they were waiting for to get the final repairs done to get this done. So the final phase is estimated at $20 million. So the insurance company even showed us a giant stack of papers that went to the insurance company to justify that we need it, that this is what it will take to get it finished. And said that not to be surprised if the county has to sue in order to get that moving. So that was an interesting part of our talk. There were other things that he talked about, including the election that is this year. That is May 19th is the primary election. And this is a lot of county positions. The sheriff, because Mike Grantham, as we have mentioned, is not running again. So there's 4 candidates in there that will be new, whoever wins. There's a runoff scheduled for June 16th. And because there are no Republicans running for sheriff, those 4 are all in the Democrat ballot, the sheriff will be determined on June 16th this year.
Right.
So, there is a general election for November 3rd, but we won't need that because there will not be anyone on the other side of the ticket. So we will be running a story about all the candidates probably, I hope later today. We waited because there was a contested on some of these seats. So we waited because that happened yesterday, Thursday afternoon, or late afternoon, really evening.
Yeah, in the evening, yeah.
We're going to get the answers today. We'll come back to you guys and let you know who is going to be on the ballot for Dallas County. We want to take our time, make sure we get that right.
Exactly.
We also would talk about infrastructure. There's a lot of work in Dallas County about road maintenance. And each of the commissioners has their pot that they get each month, and they let it accumulate to decide which ones they want to do. But even with their pot that they get, it's only about $200,000 a year. It's not really going to cover much more than 1 mile of paving. So, they have to come in and get more funding to help finish that out. There's also talk about the illegal dumping sites. The county spent about $650,000 cleaning up these sites in partnership with ADEM, the Department of Environmental Management. So he talked a little bit about the efforts in 25 and leading into 2026 to do a major cleanup. He's also hoping, the city has asked for some help with their dumps, illegal dumping sites. But he is hoping that there will be a better partnership with the current and the new administration that came in November.
Right.
And they will be able to help through ADEM to clean up their areas as well. And then there was a talk about safety weather radios that are being handed out. So check out our story at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. The headline is about the suing the insurance company for the jail, but there is more information in that story about other efforts that the county is doing. Right. All right, Jubilee. It is the 61st annual or anniversary of the Sunday. And last year was the 60th. We cover every year, so we will be there again this year. The 2026 plans were unveiled in a press conference yesterday. Todd, you have more information about that.
I do. Faya Touré, who is one of the founders and, of course, the one of the organizers, said that the celebration is going to not only honor the past, but energize a new generation. So this is going to focus heavily on the kids. She also said that there's going to be a lot of free music on Saturday, March 7th. That whole day is free to the public. There will be events on the Sunday the 8th that will have certain fees attached to them. But they were talking about how there's going to be so much music like jazz and hip hop and all kind of blues and a lot of different music and dancing. They're going to have a special line dance, and but all of it is in the story that's at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. That's one that's up right now, and this is the first press conference. As Touré said, there'll probably be more. There were some things that Hank Sanders, her husband, was going to talk about. However, he was unable to be there yesterday. He was in Montgomery in court for whatever reason. But there'll be future press conferences where he'll unveil some of the things that he is working on for Jubilee, which, like I say, it's coming up in March, so it ain't far off.
Right, it's not. But like last year, when Republicans are in office, federal office, nobody really comes. When Biden was here, we had Kamala Harris one year, or twice. We had Biden himself one year. I don't expect major headliners to be there. It's just kind of how it works.
We don't know yet.
But yeah, last year we did see also some that are hopefuls for the Democratic ticket for the future elections. Mm-hmm. So you could see some senators, Cory Booker has come several times. Andy Beshear was here last year, the Kentucky mayor or governor. So we'll kind of see who as we get closer in the next 2 weeks, we're going to start hearing. Absolutely. But we will be there. We'll get it for you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go back to Todd for another really interesting. Let's talk about Selmont and their plans to incorporate.
Right. I got an opportunity yesterday to sit down with two very special people. Erise Williams, who is sitting directly in front of me, and to my right, Dr. May Richmond. They are working to incorporate the community of Selmont and make it its own municipal entity, make a city out of it. It's about a 3 square mile area, basically from the foot of the Edmund Pettus Bridge on the other side, not the Selma side, but the other side, down to the Pine, what they call it, the Pine, the Pine Flats, the Craigfield
Yes.
community, where the county is doing a bunch of water work right now, and all of that area. There's a number of businesses, and according to Mr. Williams and Dr. Richmond, they have pretty much done all the paperwork and everything they need to do to make sure that they, again, crossed all their T's and dotted all their I's, so that they have enough businesses with enough tax base, enough people with enough tax base to support a city. Now they're getting all the signatures. They said that the weather has held them back from getting all, because they literally got to go door to door. So weather has been a factor, but as it warms up and the rain holds off, they get off. They're about a third of the way there. So they get the rest of the signatures, then take it to the probate judge. And if he says it looks like y'all can support yourself, then Selmont, before the end of this year, could very well, instead of being the community of Selmont, be the city of Selmont. And we'll be watching that closely too, because that's big for them to become their own city.
It is complicated too. I hope they know what
Right,
they're
it is. It's not something that you just wake up one morning, vote for a mayor, and you're a city. There's a lot that has to go happen.
Yeah. Well, and there's
that story, that interview and that story is that's one of the ones that's real fresh, was just yesterday. So it'll be up in the next day or so.
Yeah, and there's a lot of setup they can do with a town council, or
right,
not having to have their own law enforcement, and they can contract with Dallas County.
Yeah, that's one of the things they're talking about. They're contracting with the county for that. They've already got 2 volunteer fire departments or fire stations.
Yes,
and they're actually planning to make them part-time paid and part-time volunteer, and then once they get enough tax base, let it be a full-time paid. So they've got plans not just for becoming a city, but for already got plans for growth in the future. That's a very good thing. So.
Yeah, that's complicated though. All right. Yeah, okay. Demopolis Fire Department.
Oh, yes. I got to go this week and speak with one of the nicest people you've ever met, Chief Greg Russell. He is a fantastic guy. He has hired the first female firefighter in Demopolis. That's Alacia Neal. She is an amazing young lady. She's from Greene County. She worked at a plant up there and said that didn't work out for her. And she always liked to help people and do things for people. So she applied to the Demopolis Fire Department, got accepted, went through the school. And there was actually a second female who was in the school but had to drop out for personal reasons. But Ms. Neal actually made it through the school and is now assigned there at Station Number 1. That's the area where they're building the new building. They knocked down an old house that was there, been there for decades. They're building a new dormitory. Basically, it's a place for them to live. It's going to be the new house for the station. And this time, they're making it so that there's like male and female quarters and areas. Because before, it was like a big shared kind of a thing where, I mean, up until now, it was all males. And so now they're making it because they know that there's other females who want to be firefighters. And they also, by the way, that fire engine, that's a brand new fire engine they just got. They've got another fire engine coming, a ladder truck. That story and interview is also on the way. Demopolis Fire Department has a lot of growth and a lot of improvements going on, and we wanted to cover that. So that's coming up too.
All right. Yes, we will keep you posted. It's exciting, that kind of growth.
That's
all right. Yes, I had mentioned earlier about elections this year and listed, that May 19th is the primary. We actually had a election hub on our website. So when you're on your phone, you just scroll a few blocks down and you'll see the one for the election hub. We are offering, if you are running for office, that you can send your announcement. We will do your announcement once at no cost as a community service. So you can send your information to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We've gotten a few, mostly in Perry County. Yeah. Perry County has commission positions, and also their sheriff has at least 2 running at this point that are actively campaigning. So let us know if you want to run something about your election that's your platform, and we will run that once for you, and it'll stay in the hub. After that, we've got some options for you to have advertising throughout the website. Right. We want you to know who you're voting for and who is coming up for election in 2026. I know we got tired last year with elections and municipal, but we got a few here in 2026, and it really matters.
Oh, yes, it does.
I like to do every week. I'm going to give you guys an update on the new journalism program at Keith High School. Yeah. I've had so much fun with my students there. I meet with them about once a week. This week it was twice, because what we did was we went to the softball practice Monday afternoon to do. So this is one of my students. That's Jalea, and she's interviewing Audrey. And Audrey's also a senior class officer. I can't remember what she is, but she's one of our officers. We interviewed her also. This is a small school, okay? We also interviewed her for a story about all of the officers for our newspaper that's coming out. And it's more of a newsletter, and we're going to make it like a newsletter, but it will be a print product that will come out. And the goal is to have it out on March 12th. So this is B-roll that me and the students got. So I said, hey, y'all hit record because the story that we're doing is about the softball field, the one behind them. I think you're going to see in a second. I also showed them, let's go get of the new field. So we're learning how to make video, and we'll do voiceover on this video about using the story that we actually already wrote the story. So we've done all the interviews. I didn't show this. I don't think I did, but the coach, Flannery, Miss Flannery, she is also a teacher. We interviewed her, and so we learned more about, there she is in the blue sweatshirt, about how they got their new softball field and why it's important. We had to go look up the data to see how much it cost. How much was it to do this? And they found the data. They actually found it on the county's.
That's good.
Yeah, and it was $2.2 million. So there it is. That's the new one. I was like, with the site itself and what it looks like. Oh, you can see my shadow. We don't teach shadows. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. And the class is really doing great. We have finished writing all of our stories. So next what they do is they're designing using Canva the pages that will go in. So it's been really exciting, and I have a lot of fun with them. We're putting in for grants so that we can do another program next year at another high school in the Black Belt. If you want your high school to be a part of this, it's a high school program. Send your information to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com, and we'll see about adding your school to this. This is an actual journalism class. And it's been a lot of fun. I just love being with the kids. Sometimes if you need a little jolt of energy for what you do, saying, oh, I'm tired of being a reporter, go spend some time with these kids, because they are, they're doing so great. I'm really proud of them. Keith High School. Awesome. All right. Sign up for our daily newsletter to make sure that you're getting all the information that you need in the Black Belt. It comes out at 3:00 every day. It's got all the headlines, usually from the last 24 hours. And now we're going to move into the Black Belt Roundup.
Roundup! Cool,
A
Roundup!
couple of items to talk about.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff today.
All right, tell me about it.
Where the flag football?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that here in Dallas County we have an NFL sanctioned flag football league, and it's run by Mr. Reese Williams, who we spoke to about the Selmont. It's ages 5 to 15. There's 5 teams last year, 71 kids. This organization is nationwide, and they've gone to the Olympics. They've actually gone to other countries and played flag football. Mr. Williams says it's really good for folks, for kids who are a little hesitant to get injured. There are a number of kids that are playing who are on the autism spectrum, and this has helped them to socialize better because they're not worried about getting hurt, and they get out and run and play and talk to the other kids. There's big tournaments that are done all over the country and all over the world, and they're hoping to get some here in Dallas County. And he said down in, I believe, Dothan, there were from all over the country. I mean, it'd be great for tourism, let alone the kids. Sign up. The season is April through June. They play at Southside High School. Sign up is open right now, and you go to rollingyouth.org, ROLLING youth, YOUTH.org, and that's their website.
Awesome.
So that's kind of exciting. I'm going to watch that.
That looks like Southside, because I've been on that.
Yeah, that's Southside High School. I can't wait to see
games on that football field.
Oh yeah, if it gets big enough, there'll be a lot of games on that football field from cities and countries all over the world. So
I love it.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I had some final thoughts.
APT.
Oh yeah, APT. Let's go.
Yeah.
Roundup.
Yeah, this is part of the round. This is really cool. The Alabama Public Television has been producing documentaries of Catherine Tucker Wyndham's 13 Alabama Ghosts in Jeffrey. And this week, they were shooting here in Dallas County at Old Cahaba for The Spectre in the Maze. 13 Alabama Ghosts in Jeffrey is where a lot of us first hear about Old Cahaba. And guess who they interviewed for all the stories, the ghost stories there? That was me. Yeah, that was me. They came to do this one, which is the second, I believe. It may be the third. I think the second is on the way. But the first one, it's already up at the APT YouTube, is the ghost ship on the Tom Bigby, the Eliza Battle, which happened right there at Nahiola on the Tom Bigby, just a couple miles down from Demopolis. So, and that's at APT. I forget it's put in Alabama Public Television on YouTube, and it'll take you to it. It's really good. But I thought it was cool. They're following Catherine Tucker Wyndham's ghost stories all over the state. So we got to watch that because she's a native,
She's from Selma.
Yeah, I loved her.
She used to come to my elementary school in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, yeah.
Read to us, and that was like such a highlight for me as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just loved her stories, and also would go home and be like, do I have a ghost in my
Yeah. Well, when my dad and I had our book company back in the 80s and 90s, we would go to these conventions, and I got to know her, and then we got sort of a personal relationship. And one of my most prized possessions is her autographed book, Odd Egg Editor, about being the first female newspaper editor in Tuscaloosa for a newspaper. But one of the greatest things is she gave me permission to play her recorded ghost stories on the air when I was in Demopolis at Z106. And on Halloween Day, we'd play all those stories. And the one that we would end up at the very end of the day was the ghost at Gaineswood. But the whole night, I would do remotes and spend the night in Gaineswood where the ghost was.
Gaineswood is pretty too.
Oh, it was so much fun. But, it's amazing how many kids in Alabama get their first taste of history through Alabama Ghosts, 13 Alabama Ghosts and Jeffrey. And that's one of the cool things about ghost stories is it's not just a ghost story. It's also telling the history in a very attractive way.
Yes, we love history here.
Oh, yeah.
To do
And ghost stories.
More history here.
Yeah.
Hoping to. Yes.
Oh, can I do one more thing real quick for the roundup?
Yeah.
I just wanted to remind everybody that this Saturday, tomorrow, February 7th, from 6 to 8, is the Friends of Olivia, an evening of Hearts and Harmony fundraising ball. It's at Rustic Vows, 80 County Road 405, and it's to help the Friends of Olivia, which is the support group for families who have kids and adults with developmental disabilities. But that's tomorrow at Rustic Vows, 6 o'clock, and the entrance fee is a donation to Friends of Olivia. So there you go.
Thank you for reminding us to do that. All right. That concludes this week's edition of the Black Belt Newscast.
Wow, that was a lot of stuff.
I know, it's always a lot of stuff. And we debate holding some back to next week, but we're like, let's just give you.
Let's just do it. We'll do it. We'll have more stuff next week. So, yeah.
We'll always have something.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Friday.
Y'all have a safe weekend and a wonderful week.
All right. See you then.